The Browns recently have not taken a class in running the football because since Jameis Winston has taken over as the quarterback of the Browns, and Steve, if you want to get 48 ready here, they have simply not been effective as a running football team. Against Denver, they had 18 carries by running backs for 62 yards. You can take this whenever you want, Steve. Against Pittsburgh, they had 24 carries for 78 yards. Against New Orleans, 18 carries for 65 yards. Against the Chargers, 19 carries for 52 yards. Against Baltimore, 21 carries for 78 yards. Low efficiency, but against Denver, they threw the ball 60 times.
This is
both
a total?
Jason Tyvis, even if they're not having success with the running game, do they have to at least try to be a little more balanced on offense so it's not so heavily pass happy to Jameis?
Are you telling me this is a total or is this Nick Chubb's kid?
No, totals
total.
as a team. Minus quarterback.
Minus quarterback, just running
back carries.
That's a shame.
I mean, that's awful.
That is a shame.
This is what they want.
Well,
This is.
You know what? It does.
Well,
go
they don't
back.
want to be inefficient running the ball. They
No,
want to be
but-
able to run the ball effectively when they run it.
No,
Sure.
what they should have did was leave it like it was when we had this argument. Well, what was it? Was this last year we had this big argument or 2 years
the 20
ago?
carry mark for
No, the fact that they wanted to go to the air raid.
yeah.
I was
this-
like, what? For what? Like, for what? The play action stuff works.
Right. Well, they can't run the ball right
Well,
now.
clearly now they
Yeah,
can't. But I'm
right.
saying, like, they put all their eggs in one basket. This whole thing was misaligned.
This is a Ken Dorsey offense. This is what they do. He calls throws.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, listen, this week it was particularly high. This is the first week where, like in the last 2 weeks, he had thrown 40-something
Well, in
passes.
the snow, they ran it. Can you throw that back up? The snow
They
game.
had 24 carries versus 27
that
throws
was a lot.
in the snow game.
24 was the most.
27 throws.
Well,
in the snow game.
that's what you're supposed to do in the snow.
Right. But I'm saying that's why they ran as much as they did because it was the weather.
Although I heard some quarterback, I don't remember who it was.
Bernie Kosar.
No, it wasn't Bernie saying they love playing in the snow because it doesn't. The snow affects the people, everybody else out there. It doesn't really affect them as much. That's how he put it.
The only thing that affects the quarterback throwing the ball is the wind.
Right. Sure.
The rain is fine as long as you got a good grip on it. If it's windy, the wind gonna take the ball. Outside of that, they're fine. But yeah, I mean, it's funny because now you sitting here, you got me thinking about Ken Dorsey calling the plays. Buffalo never ran the ball.
That's what I'm saying. This is what he does.
Their rushing attack was Josh Allen, right?
Yes. This is
Well, they
this is
ran
what
it.
Ken Dorsey knows how to
Yeah,
do.
I mean-
Call pass plays. Throw the ball.
Yeah, I mean, the offensive line had been a good run-blocking offensive line before this season.
Yeah. Really
And
good.
they've
They
changed
can't create
the
a scene.
schemes. They've also gotten older on the offensive line.
But I
Nick
thought-
Chubb is not back to the player he was yet. And Jerome Ford's just not a very good back. I thought he was
had
trending in the right direction.
He had
but
moments last week.
anybody has moments. Every player in the NFL has moments.
Conklin's a better run blocker than DeWine. Fair.
Yeah, because DeWine would grade out terribly in the run.
Yeah.
block.
Wyatt is a mauler at right guard.
Yeah.
He loves run blocking. Posick is Posick. Joel is Joel.
Yeah.
So Ifedi is really the only change from last year. Now, obviously,
Right.
the scheme has changed. And some of the.
But they didn't run the ball great last year either.
No, they didn't. And we
Because
attribute
Nick-
it to Nick.
Yeah, right.
To Nick being out.
Yeah.
So it makes Nick look even much better because he was able to do that behind that line that we thought was good, and it's really not.
But also, those guys have gotten older and they've gotten more injuries. They're not as good as they were a few years ago. It's not just Nick.
Right.
I thought it was harder to pass pro than it is to run block.
Well, you would know
Yeah.
that.
So
Sure.
why?
Linemen prefer to. Linemen want to run
That's
it all
what I'm
day.
saying. So
they just
like,
want to run it.
That's why it's shocking to me that right now we can't run the ball.
I think when you have Jameis Winston and you have a running back situation that's as bad as it is right now, what choice do you have?
I mean, I agree.
So
with
I don't know that they're
You know
gonna
how
run
they'd
the
run it better? If the assistant line coach would drop more F-bombs on them during the
Maybe.
week. They'd probably get more motivated
Maybe
to run
if
it
he
better.
did every
Every
word instead of every other word.
Can you guys guess the two teams in football with a worse rushing attack than the Browns in terms of yards per game?
Oh, God.
Yards per game.
Jacksonville,
Incorrect.
Houston,
Incorrect.
It's not the Bengals.
Yards per game running the ball.
yards per game running.
The Bengals don't run a lot, but Chase Brown's been good.
Cincinnati's 27th. The Browns are 30th.
Because they just don't run a
Hold
lot.
on, I'm about to figure this out. Give me a
The
second.
Patriots?
The Browns are what?
30th.
The Patriots would be. Is the Patriots it?
Nope.
Hold on. Don't.
The
Okay.
Jets.
No.
The Jets are actually 0.1 yards above.
Wow. It's been that bad a year for Brees Hall.
Yeah.
Huh?
I want to get this. Hold on. I definitely.
Let's see. I'm going to get this in a second. Oh, the Raiders.
They are dead last, 78.
Yeah, they stink.
78.1.
And the other one is not Carolina, because Hubbard was pretty good earlier in the
Hubbard
season.
was good.
Hold on. Wait.
The other one is going to be
Not the Rams. Still.
a team that doesn't have it. Oh, Dallas.
Bingo.
Look at that, baby.
Look at you.
2 for 2.
Look at you. You got to think about
They
who don't
stink.
have a.
Zeke's got to retire at the end of the year.
I
He
think
can't play anymore. You know that.
It might. First of all.
You know that he can't play anymore.
Listen, first of all, you gonna stop this. Zeke can play as long as he want to play. Now Zeke's problem is I think he's like, didn't he get like suspended or something for a game?
Well, he was being a bad teammate apparently.
Yeah, so like, he gonna mess himself up doing that. Like,
Yeah, he's done. Nobody's giving him a job.
that's what I'm saying. Like after this,
Yeah.
like I don't know how many more opportunities he's gonna have.
He's finished. I mean, I don't expect the Browns to run it much more. First of all,
You can.
look who you're playing the rest of the season. You're facing teams that can score.
Yep.
You know, I mean, we'll see about the Steelers, but like obviously the Chiefs can score, the Bengals can score.
But I want them to
You
be
can't
able
win
to,
these games 10-7.
I want them to be able to run the ball.
Of course, we all want them to run the ball,
It's
but
got to
right
be
now
a
they
way.
can't.
It's got to be something.
You don't want it to be like it was this past week. Obviously, that's over the top. But
What you talking about? Oh, throwing the ball. What did
57 was it? 57 passes, Mike?
I thought it was more. Hold on.
Nah,
No, I think it was 57.
50 something. It wasn't.
That was 58.
58.
I got the box score right here. Yeah, 34-58.
The 58th was picked,
Will you stop that?
as was the 52nd.
And he was sacked 3 times, so they call it 61 pass plays.
She was sacked 3 times.
I mean,
This is what you get.
Yeah.
This is what
But
Ken
not like
Dorsey-
this. This was an extreme.
This is what Ken Dorsey calls.
I enjoy a lot of passes.
I mean, to be fair,
fun to
it
watch.
worked. It was working.
It was
Like,
working.
I mean,
It was working.
That's your best. That's your best thing going forward. You can't really.
But yes,
you gotta
if you
lean
throw
into
the ball
your
But
strength.
you gotta throw some bubbles or something. Throw some jailbreak. It's gotta be some way you can get like
Right.
something.
Well, that's, yeah, I mean,
Like, how do you slow the pass?
I just
rush
don't
down?
think they're going to be. They'll be more balanced than they were this week because you're not going to throw the ball 58 times.
I mean,
every week.
It's up there.
But they're going to be a pass-heavy team, no
if
doubt.
you are a DN, you're pass rushing every time. Like,
Sure.
You're not even thinking about run.
No.
These are Jameis's pass attempts in his 5 games at the start.
40s.
Ready?
Yeah.
41, 46, 46, 27 in the snow, 58.
In the game he threw 41, how many runs were there in that game?
Steve, pull up 48
24.
again.
That was the Steelers.
It was the Baltimore game. He had 41.
24, wasn't
Which
it?
means he had 21 carries, 41 pass attempts. So 2-1.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Chargers game, real quick, we'll go through Chargers game, 19 carries, 46 pass attempts. New Orleans, 18 carries, 46 pass attempts. Pittsburgh, 27 versus 24. And then obviously Denver, 58 versus
They were like
18.
80% run a pass against the Broncos.
This is what you get.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to change, guys. So what are you going to do?
Is Cedric Tillman coming back this game? Or is he still in concussion protocol?
He's
Still
cut.
TBD.
He
Really?
didn't practice yesterday.
Sheesh.
He might be. I mean, he could be back this week.
I don't even recall him when he got hurt. What happened when he got hurt?
Yeah.
He got lit up like that?
I don't remember.